Welcome everybody, it's the daily vlog, Glass Geek's daily vlog, a vlog that happens pretty much daily. And today it started with registration. I'm still new to all this, hence I forgot to put my battery back in. Let's put everything away and I'll be right back. I'm learning so many new things, like this. I didn't know I could do this. Didn't know I could write on my drone. I was going to put my address and stuff like that. Didn't do it. Woke up this morning, put my hat on, drove over here to where I'm going to be getting loaded. Then started watching more YouTube videos. YouTube videos. Seems like I watch more YouTube than I do regular TV shows. But because I purchased this drone, I wanted to be in compliance with all the new laws that are going into effect, because drones are going to be making a huge impact this year. And I kind of seen that when I was at CES in Las Vegas. You could tell that something was happening. Something was happening in the year 2016, just from the sheer amount of showroom space that drones occupied. I would say the drone area was much larger than wearables. Drones pretty much took up CES this year. Some of the stuff that's happening now is there's FAA regulations where you have to register through the FAA for every drone, and then you're supposed to either print up a sticker or write with the magic marker your FAA number on the drone, and so you're legal. It's like registering your car, registering your motorcycle and stuff like that. I never knew that, didn't know. Some people within the community told me, they asked me, did you register your drone before you first fly it? You need to register it. And I thought that when you download the application so you can operate the camera using your drone, since before you register your drone with the app, your drone won't fire up. It won't even start. So I thought that's what they meant. I thought that was the registration that you were supposed to do. But no, you're actually supposed to go to the FAA.gov website and register your drone there. And they give you a little number, send you an email that you can print up at your license, kind of like your registration for your vehicle, your car or your motorcycle. And I think they're going to mail one also, because they do charge. The government charges $5. I found other people out there on Google that charge $10, charge $15. So I just went the government route. They were the cheapest. Got my number. I'm totally legal to fly now. I should be able to stay out of trouble. The only trouble I might get into is going in and bugging these people, finding out when I'm going to get loaded so I could start heading back down to Florida. And I'm going to go do that now, because this is their magic marker. Just came and knocked on my door after I returned the pin and complained a little bit that I'm staying here too long. Please load me. They came out. Back into door number 4, please. So let's back in. No, BB, you're not the droid I'm going to be playing with today. It's okay. It's okay. Do you think if I would have took BB-8, don't look at me that way. Don't look at me that way. Turn around. Turn around. If I would have brought BB-8 to the cemetery last night, do you think I would have had any better luck? I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Would you have been the droid the spirits would have been looking for? I already had a drone accident. A drone accident. Though that was not caused by that, but it was caused by taking that outside here and me scratching myself on my truck door. Could be a bad sign. Could be a bad sign. heading back down the road. Just a little bit more practice. That's all I do. I want to practice just a little bit every day. And today, it's in the books. It's in the books. My practice is in the books. Maybe even tonight I'll be able to practice. I wish there was a way to integrate Google Glass into droning other than shooting video from Google Glass at the drone. But maybe if I could get the heads-up display, kind of like you do in the Epson BT200 and the future Epson BT300. But even if I just got the heads-up display, that would be awesome. Well, we'll find out what happens later down the road in droning and wearable technology, how it all may merge together. All right, well, let's head down to Florida. BB-8 looks a little bit jealous. I'm not paying as much attention to him now that I have this drone. Though I love both drones, I really do. Pulling over, checking my temperature. Got to take my 30-minute break, so I figured I'd come in here, go to the restroom, and see if there's anything here at the rest area to look at. I don't mind usually stopping at places like this if I have something to do. Well, like now I do have something to do. And I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. You guys know what it is. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that anymore today. I think I did that enough this morning. I think I'm just going to hurry up and wait for these 30 minutes to get over with and continue on south. Look at these flowers. Take a snapshot. Take a snapshot. I go inside here to use the bathroom at, what is that? We're in Illinois. Is that how you spell Illinois? This is kind of nice. This coffee vending machine, they give you lids. I bet my drone can go that high. When I was in the truck driving down the road coming here, I kind of wanted to do a quick test of this external mic, and I don't even know if it's working properly because I was talking and then I took my hand and covered it up like this, and I think you guys can still hear me, and I got my hand totally wrapped around the microphone. See, no audio difference. We'll get back in the truck, kill 30 minutes. Ugh. Might as well just kick back, sleep over the steering wheel. BB-8 may not be the drone I'm looking for. He's probably depressed about that. But it's time to do a little bit of practice flying before I head back down to Florida. And now I also have the markings on the bottom, so I'm legal. Though I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where people are fighting the FAA. Make sure my microphone's aiming at me. People are fighting the FAA because, like, let's say you're out flying and you receive a phone call, you're on the phone, and then someone sees the number that's on the bottom of your drone, your FAA number. They can copy that, then they can put that number on their drone, do something stupid, then somebody has your address and stuff like that, your home address, because you have to register your home address with the FAA to receive that number. And if somebody takes your number, does something stupid with it, you're liable. You're liable. So the FAA right now is being sued for this one issue. I don't know if the lawsuit's over with. I don't know what's going on. But just to be safe, I don't want the government coming down on me. So if something happens and somebody else's drone has my FAA number on it, I'm sure it will all come out in the wash if something happens. So I registered. What the heck? Better to be safe than sorry. I'm back in. Make sure everything's flush. The one thing I don't like about this place, well, the one thing I do like, you don't have wheel chocks because they lock you right there. That'll robotically come up and grab a hold of my bumper so you can't pull out. So if they're inside with the forklift, sometimes drivers pull away and the forklift's still in there, and you pull forward, the forklift will fall to the ground and into the driver. But the one thing I don't like about warehouses like this is they don't mark the pavement. So when you're guiding your trailer down into this door, normally there's a yellow line and you could follow your tires right down the yellow line so you know you're perfect. This way here, the only way to guess is in the ground where the dirt is, where you can see where tires have went before. So I figure if other trucks' tires were right in here, that must mean I'm close, because sometimes it's hard to judge, just hard to judge. But I think I did a pretty decent job. All this time I was thinking that microphone was doing an awesome job. I don't think it's cutting out the device itself. The microphone that's built into my devices, I don't think this external mic is bypassing that. But it is bypassing the headphone part and the speaker, but it's not bypassing the microphone itself. Something's up. Gotta figure out what that is. Do some Columbo-like research. Also, for the next 3 days, as I'm driving down these roads, DOT is out in full force. This is the 3 days a year. Once a year for 3 days, DOT gets out here and stops every single truck. They do their best to stop every single truck on America's roadways and do a full inspection on every truck that is on the road. And I believe the last time I checked on Google, there were 4 million, I believe, trucks on America's roadways, 8 million people with CDLs, and 4 million trucks. So for those 3 days, DOT is going to be cracking down, doing their best to stop every truck that passes every scale house, and either writing tickets, putting people out of service or something, I don't know. It's the 3 days a year they try and generate as much revenue as possible for the government. And but I don't think they're going to get me this year. I think this truck is squared away, good to go. And I'm hoping these little cameras up in my window up here might detour it a little bit. They may think, well, this company, you know, they're on the ball. They got all their safety equipment. They even monitor via cameras. So I'm kind of hoping that they may just wave me on by. You never know. Cameras. Well, something cool just kind of happened. As I'm getting fuel right now. I broke 400,000 safe driving miles with Google Glass. That was pretty amazing. I did it about 30 miles back, but I couldn't document it until I was able to open my door and get out. Now, obviously, I didn't break 400,000 In this truck, when I actually received this truck, I had 972 miles on this truck when I first got it a few months ago, and I've had 2 other trucks since I've had Google Glass, and cumulatively, as we've been keeping track, I have broke 400,000 safe driving miles. And they said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. Leave it to a truck driver. I went inside to get a Twinkie to celebrate this achievement of, is it really an achievement? I don't know. I've drove over 400,000 miles wearing pants. Is that an achievement? I don't know. But it is with this. But they didn't have Twinkies. They don't have Twinkies here. No Hostess products. What kind of gas station is this? Though today was fairly uneventful, it really was. It was a loading day, and usually on loading days I don't have time to do anything. I did have time. 22%. I need to charge these. I did have time to fly my drone a little bit and break a record. I broke a record. Probably. I'm hoping. I wonder, does anybody out there know? Now, it's probably not that big of a deal. It's probably not. But does anybody know anybody? Not does anybody know anybody. Does anybody know anybody that has driven, not flown, because you could fly a lot more miles if you fly all the time for business and stuff. You could fly quite a few miles in a year. I usually drive about 140,000 miles a year, between 127 to 140,000 miles a year in a 12-month period. That's about what I travel. And I don't know if you could fly 140,000 miles a year. I don't know who flies that many miles other than pilots. And I'm sure there's pilots out there that have these. So I don't want to be compared to a pilot, because if an American Airlines or a Virgin Airlines pilot wears these on a daily basis and goes from New York to London back and forth every day, that's a lot of miles. They could do 3,000 miles in a few hours. It takes me a few days to do 3,000 miles. So I don't want to be put into that category. But do you know anybody out there that has traveled more than 400,000 miles wearing Google Glass nonstop? Pretty much nonstop. Every time I drive, these are on my noggin, unless they have to charge. And even sometimes, if they're dead, I'll put Jason's next gen lens glass clips in here and use them as sunglasses. So I pretty much wear these constantly. And I went over 400,000 miles today. Today I broke 400,000 miles. So I don't know if that's a new record. If it is, call Guinness. But I don't know. I don't know anybody else that any Google Glass Explorers that have traveled like that. And I could tell you now, all the naysayers 4 years ago that said it's dangerous wearing these, I'm telling you now, it's more dangerous wearing a watch. It's more dangerous wearing a smartwatch, because you get a text message or something, you have to take your eyes off the road, look at your wrist, and then put it back down. If you want to reply, okay, the G word, I don't want to set anybody's devices off, reply to message, and you're looking at your wrist and stuff like that, and you're not looking at the road. So these are much more dangerous than these, because these, I never take my eyes off the road. So anyway, I broke 400,000 miles. That was joyous and happy. And now it's time to charge these and end today's daily vlog. Tomorrow, I should make it into down South Georgia. And then the next day, North Florida, be done. And hopefully somewhere back up in here to where I could find something to do, some roadside attraction or some abandoned place. just right now I can't, because next week they need to keep me close, because not this coming weekend, but next weekend, I'm going home for 3 days. Another Glass Family Network member, or not network member, a Glass Family member, and Glass Explorer, and my partner in the books, the Glass Alphabet books, starring, I was going to say yours truly, but it's not yours truly, it's Curtis. 3 alphabet books starring Curtis. Road Less Traveled. My partner in all those, Roxanne Riskin, and her husband are going to be flying down, and I've been talking to a couple people in the Orlando area to possibly surprise her and have a quick little meetup on a Sunday. So they need to keep me local or within a couple states, so I could be back on that Friday, so I could have Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and most of Monday, and just hang out, ride rides. Hopefully the new King Kong attraction is going to be open at Universal. Want to do that. A lot of stuff I want to do, and looking forward to it. And you know what? I'm going to do it wearing my Google glasses. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, and check out the Almost Daily podcast on Google Play Music. I was actually thinking about recording a new podcast right after I start posting this video. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow, and keep the wheels on the ground. So, especially if you wear Google Glass, drive safe. Peace.